Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to our online wine tasting.
The online wine tasting. I will apologise before we carry on. I might sound very sniffly. Today I'm dying from allergies. So if anyone has been to anywhere with trees in May, people like me, we suffer from hay fever.
Have you slept again with your ass facing the moon?
Only the fifth moon. It's good. This wine's got the good moon. So yeah, sorry if I'm sniffing a bit. I'll try not to.
It's not COVID.
It's not COVID. That's the thing though. I'm walking around, I'm sneezing, I'm coughing, doing this, and I'm thinking everybody around me is going, COVID.
COVID outcast.
Yeah, again. Well, today, what are we drinking? We're drinking a beautiful wine.
Yes, this is a privilege to have this wine here. It comes from one of the most prestigious wineries.
Very
Fancy winery in the area of Castilla y León.
Specifically
Nieva.
Segovia.
Segovia,
well,
Nieva.
I found a photo of Nieva. It's not a pretty place.
It sounds good.
It sounds great. Doesn't look great. It's a real working farming town.
This is Asean wineries. Bodegas Asean. Vides y viñedos.
Come out.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I knew that was going to be a big one. Excuse me. What am I like?
And it is a privilege to have this wine here. First, because we have an excellent relationship with this winery. We love them. And Ocean belongs to the group of the even more prestigious Pago de Carraovejas.
Your possibly, maybe, favorite Ribera that you drink?
Yeah. But also yours.
Yeah, it's amazing. I remember finally I tried it at was it your birthday? Or was it a barbecue? Was it your birthday? No. Either a birthday or just getting drunk at your house. But we opened it and it was just like,
It's really good.
So elegant. Well, before anything, I can already smell it, which is a good news for me. Cheers.
Oh yeah.
Yes, good. I need a punchy wine like this to get through my allergies.
Oh, it's honey.
Oh, it's so smooth. God, that's delicious, isn't it?
It's good, right?
Oh, lovely.
I know.
So,
I know. You're welcome.
if you're drinking this, we do take tips. We take,
Yes.
yeah. So let's do our information.
Yes. So wine Quintaluna.
The fifth moon, Quintaluna, with a very pretty little label.
Vintage 2018, which
Yep.
is actually the one you can find in the market.
It's current vintage, yeah.
Grapes, or should I say grape?
100% Verdejo.
Oh, wow. Verdejo is that cheap grape you can find everywhere in Madrid.
Not this wine. I mean, yes, it's the same grape. This is not a cheap wine you find in the bars, sadly. But yeah.
Alcohol content.
14. It's pretty decent. Well, it's pretty good.
Alcohol content. Producer.
So, yes, it's Bodegas, or here it says Vides y Vinos
Ocean.
Ossian, which is an affiliate sister company with Pago de Carraovejas. So they have two bodegas.
And region, this is Vino de la Tierra.
So you can see
Land
there.
wine, we will talk about that later. Vino de la Tierra de Castilla y León.
But these guys, what I like is they're really pushing the village Nieva and the fact that it's from Segovia.
Yeah.
So that,
Well, let's jump to the analyze of the wine.
Colour. Quite a nice.
Yeah, but this has a
Golden
nice
colour.
golden color, yellow color.
It looks quite creamy, if that makes sense.
Yes.
It looks creamy in the glass.
Clean and clear.
Just like my driver's license.
I was expecting something.
No, that's not clean.
Or clear.
Or clear. But yeah, you can see it's got quite a glyceric body to it as well.
It's intense. The aroma is intense. Well,
super intense.
The proof is that look good, smell it. Just opening the bottle
Yeah.
under the attack of
of spring.
all kinds of allergies.
I never used to have allergies. It's only the last 3 years, maybe 4 years in Madrid. The problem is
This year you're suffering like a slug on salt.
that sounds like the slug is like taking. I'm a slug on salt. Yeah, I know. I don't know why. I think it's because Filomena, the big storm we had.
Yeah.
Everything's melted, and Madrid is now exploding. And there's crap in the air. I'm just like, The problem is, in England, hay fever is a problem for some people, but because it rains so much, it cleans the air. Whereas here, when it stops raining, it's like, well,
No,
you're
I'm
screwed.
gonna die.
Yeah, so I'm suffering. But this bad boy is very intense.
Yes, it's complex. It's not the classic Verdejo.
Really different.
Yes,
really
super
There's
different.
Spice. There's like baking spice. That's really interesting. There's some. Is it pineapple? I'm getting pineapple. Is that me?
Yeah.
Remember, don't trust what I say today.
No, but it's pineapple. Yeah, a lot of tropical
It still
fruits,
has that nice tropical.
which is
Verdejo.
actually one of the signs of Verdejo. It's one of the signatures.
It
of
has
Verdejo.
like
But that-
grassiness.
it's
Lovely.
yeah,
It reminds me of a really good Sauvignon Blanc. Actually, this one.
Well, Sauvignon Blanc is another classic grape from this area, and for a good reason. It works there.
And there is a little bit of like you said, honey. It smells a little bit.
Yeah, I mean there is. Do we have here barrels?
Well, let me tell you. So this one, 100% Verdejo. It's 9 months in deposit, so in stainless steel on the lees, on the dead yeasty stuff. So that's where most of the complexity is coming from. They have an unspecified, they don't tell you the absolute details, but there is some work, which is nice and vague, with barrels and foudres. I don't know if you can, Rocky, do me a favour and put some black there. So foudres, you don't find them that often compared to just barrels. This is a foudre. A foudre. Foudres.
It's a big bottle.
It's a big ass barrel. So a barrique is a 225 or 500 litre barrel as we know it. This one is a foudre or a foudre, whatever you want to say. Basically, it's a massive barrel. So what that means is there's a bit less intensity from the oak because of the surface area, basically. So it's going to be a bit gentler. Now, I cannot tell you exactly how much this wine has been played around with oak, but it has maybe had something. But a lot of the toastiness is probably also coming from the 9 months, almost 1 year, Sobrelias on the lees in deposit.
Well, I get also white flowers here.
Yeah, there is a bit of floral, isn't there? Right, let's have a drinky drink. It's like a wave of flavour.
Well, and it's creamy.
Really creamy, really full. Obviously, 14% alcohol.
It's very persistent.
It's like a.
It's like you.
It's like the Brexit deal. Very persistent. But it's really fresh as well.
What would you pair with this wine?
Well, today I'm having a salad.
But if your salad had eggs, would pair perfectly. Eggs. Anything with eggs. Omelets.
Russian salad. Ooh, your Russian salad.
Even a couple of fried eggs with chips.
Don't say that. I'm trying to be healthy now, and now I want eggs and chips.
But sushi.
Sushi, yeah.
Seafood would work.
So yeah, these kind of barrely, leesy white wines are really good with sushi and sashimi, this kind of stuff, because of the complexity of the flavour, and usually they have a bit of body still. So sushi, well, a lot of Asian food. I don't mean spicy, but they have lots of things going on.
Not very strong cheeses would go. Creamy cheeses would go work with this one.
Smoky cheeses, maybe.
Yeah.
Idiazabal would be nice with this. And chicken dishes, white meat dishes would be fine as well.
And any fish in a barbecue would work.
Yeah, grilled stuff.
Yeah.
Not like seafood. Like I wouldn't have this with like shrimp and stuff, but like tuna or a pez espada, swordfish. Oh, actually salivating. Swordfish.
And you don't want to see that.
You do not want to see that. But if you have like a nice Spanish swordfish steak on the grill with a side salad and some lemon, this perfection.
Do you know this is ecological wine?
Yeah, so these guys, of course I know this. I made notes. So, it is organic. Also, if you care, it's all manually harvested as well. Doesn't mean the wine's good or bad, but it's good for the planet.
It's good for the planet.
At least.
We don't care about that.
I don't care about you. But yeah. Oh yeah, I found some horrible photos of bugs for later. Now.
Oh, here we have a
this
nice
is
picture.
The vineyard. This is the Asean Vineyard. It's absolutely beautiful.
You know that we are invited to go there.
Oh yeah, we're closing tomorrow. And that's Pedro de Ruiz. We'll talk about Pedro a bit later. But this is the vineyardos of Asean. Isn't that a cool shot?
Yeah. You know, the winery was founded by Javier Saccagnini, that is actually the co-owner of Alto.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is he rather? Interesting.
So.
What did you think of Alto? Well,
next question.
It's really, really good.
It is really good. It is really good. But yeah, well, the thing, we shouldn't say that, but the last vintage I taste of Alto didn't impress me that much.
I think the problem is when you work.
But it's a really good wine.
No, it was gorgeous. But I think we are spoiled here.
Yeah.
We try so many amazing wines, and it makes us more picky.
But the worst Alto wine I try is better than the most. So it is important to. And
by the way, I should also mention that these being hand-picked and everything here, all of the yeasts used to ferment the wine you're drinking, they are what we call wild yeasts or native yeasts. They're not adding any commercial yeasts. It's just whatever is on the grapes is on the grapes.
Okay, and this is the Nieva. Sorry,
This is
Nieva.
the beautiful metropolis of
Nieva.
I mean, it's not.
Wow, it
ugly,
could be
it's
worse.
Just classic Castilian.
It could be modern. At least it's old.
Yeah. It looks like it's not been looked after, but I like those kind of villages. I'm sure you eat amazing food there as well. Right, shall I talk about the bodega?
Please.
So the current project that we're talking about as of these wines, really you could argue is sort of 2013 is the main starting point. And it's the Ruiz Aragoneses family. So I've got a photo of Pedro here. It's quite a young team. They're not. It's not an old-fashioned. It's the one that says Pedro.
No.
There it is. Hey, look at my barrels.
When you mean Pedro, you mean this guy?
Oh yeah. I think he's about 15 years old. No, he's really, really young. So this is a really cool young team. We've got Almudena, who has sent us a cool video, which we'll show you in a minute, and Almudena Calvo, who is like the big cheese kind of connection between the two. And there's another guy called Javier, who's the technical in Asean. So you've got kind of quite a young team. This is not your old sort of, we've been here for... Oh, son of a bitch. Hang on. I was going to do like a, hello, let's ask my... Okay, oh, now look like an idiot. So yeah, this is not one of these sort of 5 generation... We've been doing the same thing for 150. This is a young, bright, forward-thinking project. The bodega, I think I have a photo of the bodega just above.
Yes, yeah.
It's quite modern. It's an attractive building. It's not some sort of old finca which has been there for 100 years, but it's a converted building. It's really, really pretty, I think. You see them in there, Vides y Vinos. But yeah, so what is interesting about this is, as well as being a modern, young project with that bloodline of the company Caravejas and stuff, you also have this thing what they were able to do, which is what makes them unique, which is they found these pre-phylloxeric vines. There's some, vines that are from 100, between 100 and 200 years old. So the wine you're drinking, a majority of the wine in Quintaluna is pre-phylloxeric wine. There's some young ones in there as well. There's also Asean, which is the top, and that's all pre-phylloxeric. Now, a quick word about Phylloxera. Do you want to talk about it? Shall I talk about it? I found some disgusting photos.
I'm not sure I want to see that.
If you're eating your lunch, turn away because we're going to show you some horrible photos. Phylloxera we mentioned loads of times, but I want to show you what it looks like. I think we've got this. You choose the most disgusting. There's two horrible ones. This is a little bug that came over and destroyed all the vineyards, basically in the 19.
That happened in the 19th century, right?
Yeah, and it's kind of a.
We are talking about this little animal.
All right, this is the nice scientific picture, which we'll start with, which is not too disgusting.
So we are talking about this little thing.
Look at that. Isn't he cute? Now show them what it looks like in reality, which is absolutely horrific. Oh, God. There's an even worse one, number 2, which is...
It's an aphid, right?
It's a little aphid family. Just off it. Oh, my God. Oh, gross. It's so gross. It looks like...
It reminds me your cousin Sandy.
That's poor old Sandy. It looks like sultanas. Or raisins. Anyway, this is the pest which came over from America. They started attacking the European vines. So now most of the vines.
Wait! Who brought this here?
The English Victorian botanists brought it originally to Europe, and then the French were like, "Can you bring this to Bordeaux, s'il vous plaît?" And we did, and then it was like, "Ooh, how yummy!" But anyway, so the little pest basically destroyed all the European vineyards. So it's very rare to find very old vines because they were eaten up. But in Segovia province, where this wine's from, they've got a very sandy soil. So I was reading, apparently, very sandy soils are quite difficult for the aphids to live in for some reason. I'm no scientist. Hopefully, someone in the science world can tell us why. But that's why in this little nook at 900 meters altitude in the middle of Segovia, you get some very, 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 very old vines.
You mentioned how many years is these old?
So they have between 100 and 200 years.
200 years.
But I imagine there are not many ones that old.
But anyway, 200 years, it's a lot.
It's an old vine. So yeah, that's Asean.
It's not older than your grandmother, but it's really old.
It's getting there. It's almost there. Now we do have a message from Almudena.
Yes, and so it is a privilege to have this.
From the legendary Almudena Carnival.
Exactly. And well, I think everything is going to work. Everything is ready. Go, Almudena.
Asean es un proyecto basado en la viticultura ecológica de viñedos prefiloxéricos que se han convertido en un legado que ha llegado a nuestras manos. Hoy vamos a disfrutar de la máxima expresión del verdejo segoviano con Quintaluna 2018. Si prestamos un poco de atención a la añada 2018, nos encontramos con una climatología con un abundante número de precipitaciones en momentos muy puntuales que nos ha permitido demostrar la frescura que el verdejo segoviano puede adquirir en nuestros vinos. Centrándonos en la cata, vamos a iniciar la fase visual revisando y dándonos cuenta de que Quintaluna 2018 es un vino blanco de color amarillo paja con perfiles del mismo color, un vino limpio, brillante, bien presentado. En segundo lugar, cuando nos referimos a la parte de la nariz del vino, vamos a ver claramente una elevada intensidad aromática con un perfil perfectamente definido, asociando notas relacionadas con la variedad como el hinojo, la hierba cortada y una parte muy estructurada relacionada con nuestro trabajo sobre lías en los depósitos. En tercer lugar, la parte de boca del vino, nos va a definir claramente un vino untuoso, elegante y largo que va a procurarnos disfrutar de la máxima expresión del verdejo segoviano.
Oy, sorry.
We
Sorry.
are here.
Sorry.
We were drinking. Sorry.
We were drinking. Thank you, Almudena.
Thank you, Almudena.
Of course.
Beautiful vineyards.
Oh, these people know what they do. You know that,
People do know what they're doing.
and believe me, if you are planning any kind of excursion, visit, vacation, holidays, whatever, near this area, plan your visit to the winery. Plan the visit to Pago de Carrabejas as well, and you will not regret that.
Isn't there a good restaurant in Carrabejas?
Yes, it's a one Michelin star.
Is it Michelin?
Yeah.
Ooh, I didn't know that. See you. Let's go. We are going to go. We will go.
But also,
one
you
day.
can complete the experience visited in Segovia, the restaurant, the famous restaurant,
Jose Maria.
Jose Maria.
How are we going to do this in one day? Or should we do a weekend?
It's not that far, Ocean,
But
from.
to do two bodegas and a meal, why don't we close the shop?
Well, I was expecting to do that. We are not gonna leave the "I'm back in 20 minutes" sign.
Back in 2 days. But I mean, we can do like Saturday. We could do like Asean.
That is not gonna happen on Saturday. That's gonna be a weekday.
I want to eat everything.
Yes,
Drink everything.
I know.
Okay.
I know you want. You would eat the chef.
I want to eat the chef. Sushi. So yeah, thank you very much, Almudena, for that message. Now, Roque, tell us things.
Well,
While I drink.
Vino de la tierra de Castilla y León. It's not. Why this wine? Why this wine is not a red wine?
But it's not Rivera, it's Rivera del Duero. Están en Rivera del Duero. You idiots.
It could be a red wine, right?
No, it's in Rivera del Duero. It's North Segovia.
Oh.
You're thinking of Belgrade.
Yeah, I know. But I thought this could be red as well.
Well, maybe they can. But this is, I was told on the phone this morning by the representative of the bodegas. So they lied to me. I don't think it's He's lying to me. I was like, Rivera, he's like, she. So it's Rivera. What the hell's going on?
It could be.
Kick him out of the group.
Anyway, it's not a red wine. It is Vino de la Tierra de Castilla y León. What's going on with this area? I mean, this is huge, as you can see.
Too big. It's too big.
As big as what?
Well, this is the same size it's literally the same shape and size as the south of France.
Yeah.
That's how big it is.
As the country of Wales.
I think it probably is actually bigger than the country of Wales.
It's a protected geographical indication and includes regions and 317 municipalities.
So we're in.
And
is that a municipality?
in the provinces of Ávila, Burgos, León, Palencia, Salamanca, Segovia, Soria, Valladolid, and Zamora. So it's all Castilla y León.
So Nieva is probably the municipio and village, and then Segovia is the province.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're looking for like to compare it with other indications of other countries, this is the similar regional wine of the United Kingdom. Regional wine.
Yeah.
The Vin de Pays.
Vin de Pays.
Of France, it's Luxembourg, and also the Val d'Aosta in Italy has the Vin de Pays.
Is it?
Yeah, indication.
Oh, I thought it was a denominazione.
Yeah, that is the rest of the country of Italy. Is indicazione geografica tipica. But also the Vino Regional Portuguese.
I love your accent's a good one.
Landwein.
Das ist Landwein!
Germany. And the Landwein of Netherlands. Landwein. So it's this kind of indications. It's less strict than the denominación de origen. is a little bit more flexible, but it still refers to a geographical indication. So some wineries find to work in wine regions more comfortable than to work in the denominaciones de origen. It's more flexible. They can play with, make more experiments or in this case there is no like an experiment.
It's not a freaky winery, yeah.
But we have to confess that Rueda Dio is a little bit exhausted in terms of brand, of branding and marketing, and to play in this Vino de la Tierra de Castilla y León worked for marketing, and from the point of view of wine sellers, it is easier to sell it.
Also, I think if I remember when I was talking to Jean-Pierre of the Brabantino, Rueda is super strict on labels, but like stupid stuff, like the size of the font for Rueda has to be size 15, not 14, not 16, like stupid stuff.
No.
So maybe these guys are like, screw you, we want to do. So maybe, they say, they put the village, never. Rueda will not permit that. You can't put the village on these kind of things. So, like Rocky said, even though this could be conceptually a Rueda wine, they want to create the wine they want to do, and they have more freedom with VT Castilla.
And also, Rueda, when we mention that it's exhausted, probably if it's the first time you see it, by the way, please give us a like, subscribe, blah blah blah, and. Rueda is exhausted because we have drunk so much bad Rueda wine here in the bars of Madrid. It is not the fault of the Rueda winemakers that we really admire, and actually we have excellent Rueda wine in our shop. Belandrade that you mentioned, but also Javier Sanz is doing a great job. Vino Sanz, Javier Rodriguez Sanzo is doing excellent job there. And Nayades, we have really good wine from Rueda, but unfortunately there is also a lot of
It's like Rioja. There's lots of cheap.
It's wine that the bars of Madrid buy for €1 the bottle. They charge you €3 per glass, and it's a good business.
I think also it's the proliferation.
Un verdejito, ¿Quieres un verdejito fresquito?
Tenemos Rueda y un verdejo. It's like that's the same thing. I remember we were in that bar. I think I've told this story before. We were in that bar in Murcia, which does the amazing ensalada rusa. Bar Phoenix was it called?
Yeah.
And you were there, and I remember you were like, he's like, oh, a ver, ¿qué os pongo? What should I give you? And you were like, pues un vino de la tierra de Murcia. And he was like,
what?
Pues de tintos tenemos Rioja Ribera y blancos. Pues tenemos un Rueda. It's like, seriously, guys.
Yes.
We're surrounded by 4 wine regions, and it was Rueda, Rioja. So I think that's another reason why sometimes we get put off. Whereas here, even though conceptually this could be a Rueda, you see Castilla y León.
Oh, by the way, if you pay attention here, it says, oh my God, here, Vino de la Tierra de Castilla y León.
Wine of the land of castle and lion. It's a very cool name. So yeah.
So that's the story behind the Vinos de la Tierra. Do you want to know more about Vinos de la Tierra?
No, I don't.
There are 46 this year. 46.
That was a new one.
46.
Jolly good.
You have from even Formentera,
I would say,
Ibiza,
for those of you who are watching,
Cangas.
don't stop talking. So you look stressed.
So many.
Well, we do a podcast called The Spanish Wine Experience, and when we first started it, the idea was to do a bottle of wine from every denominación de origen, which was complicated sometimes, but we did it. And we are still finding more vinos de la tierra. We have one upstairs, which is Vino de la Tierra de Valle del Jiloca. No, Ribera del Jiloca. We have tres riberas. So it's amazing. You think you know Spanish wine, and then someone says, "Oh, but have you tried Vino de la Tierra de la Sierra de Tramontinuni?" Like, what the hell is that? Oh, it's a little one mountain in Penedès. Okay, so there's so much stuff here because it's a way for these wineries either to leave or not participate in a region they don't want to be part of, or they are in an area where there are no denominaciones de origen, and they can start one, and they can hopefully one day become a DO. So Cebreros near Madrid, Sierra de Gredos area was Vino de la Tierra, and it was Vino de Calidad. I think now it's officially a DO.
It's Vino de Calidad.
It's still Vino de Calidad.
Yeah.
So
IGP, and it will probably be a DO.
Yeah, so it's kind of like these stepping stones as well.
Yeah. So, but yes, what I don't want to mean is to refuse to drink wines from Rueda. Well, we know you. We know you very well. And but please be advised about what Rueda wine you drink, because it could be like, and you can have a wrong idea of what Rueda could be.
So many times on our tastings, we've had people, and they, specifically men, like American dad type people, they've just gone Vino Blanco. They go, yeah, I don't really like Spanish white wines. We haven't tried anything really good. And we put like the Moscatel Seco from Juan Gil, and they're like, oh my God, this is the first white wine in Spain I've liked. Because probably you've only been drinking Ruedas in the bars, which are fine, maybe. So, yeah, take care.
Take care. Be advised. Go to your closest wine shop. That will probably be us. So, Quintaluna is not the only wine of this winery. They have Asean, which is right in the next step. It's the next level of this experience. If you like this one, Asean will blow your mind.
Then they have a top one, which is Capitel, and they have a sweet one, which is Verdling.
Yes.
I haven't tried yet.
I did.
Good for you.
I'm sorry.
What's it like?
It is. What's the name of those French wines that people drink for eating foie?
Sauterne. It's like a Sauterne.
Yes.
Botrytis.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Nice. Nice. I think Rocky and I we've
and the bottle is longer than your
story. Is that right?
Yes.
We've tried them all. We love them all. I think Asean for me is the perfect one. Capitel's very good. This is very nice, but for the price to quality ratio, I think Asean is unbelievable.
Yeah. How much is this wine?
This one's about $16.90.
Yes.
So if you bought our box, you got it with an offer. About $16.90. None of these are cheap. Remember, these are made with vines that are hundreds of years old. They don't make many grapes. Asean is about 30 something. Capitel's 40 something. So they don't. These guys are not making a €5 Verdejo. They're making quality stuff, and I think it's worth it. I think it's a genuinely incredibly elegant, fascinating wine.
We're super proud to have these wines in the shop. This is what makes a wine shop a good wine shop.
We have a question.
Do we?
No, this is a question.
I'm scared.
Oh my God, that's scared. It's a question which was sent in for our podcast, but it really relates to today. Beautiful coincidence. From our favourite Diego de Moraes, which those of you who are watching now have no idea what we're talking about. He's a long-time listener of our podcast.
Yes, go and listen to our podcast.
It's really bloody good. We got. Did you see? We got.
It is salty language, and I mean, we are more relaxed in the podcast, and we normally insult everybody here.
Did you see someone posted us on Instagram?
Oh, really?
It was a French wine scholar. It was a very qualified.
I'm not sure that's a good news.
And Spanish wine scholar. She did Rick's course. She's very qualified, and she said you have to listen to this podcast. Rocky and Luke are so hilarious, and you will learn a lot.
That's
so.
good.
Anyway, so Diego says, "Hey guys, hey guys, I was reading in the Guardian, which is a lovely newspaper, that some winemakers from Álava want to break away from the Rioja denominación de origen and make their own DO. Now, we've seen things like this before. And he says, apart from that Basque group, Artadi, who left DO Rioja, apart from them, and the one organised by the people of Corpina, another example, are there many other movements like this in Spain?
Oh, little rebellions.
Yes. And this is the interesting question. How do you see the future of the Spanish wine region's system? Maybe more DOs or vinos de pago? Thanks for your work. Thanks, Diego. That's a really interesting question.
Yeah,
I
it
never
is.
thought about it. I mean, right now, there's hundreds of wineries that don't want to be part of DOs, but for me, the more interesting question is, how do we see the future of the Spanish wine map? More DOs? More vinos de la tierra? More vinos de pago? Any idea? We already see Casa Roja wants to become vino de pago.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon?
Well, I think
Okay.
the wine, I think, is already well represented with the DOs we have. Of course, new regions should arrive and should come. Spain is a wine country, and there are wines everywhere. What a wine region, an official denominación de origen, should protect is the style and the heritage of wine in that area. Not all the profiles of wine deserve this kind of protection in terms of protect like a super precise style that makes a difference with the one next to it. So the thing is that I think the Spanish wine map allows more denominaciones de origen to arrive, new ones, but we shouldn't fall into the chaotic map, for example, of Italy.
Italy, which is a nightmare. I think that's a really good point. If you start saying every region, every part of everything can become a DO, that way madness lies. Now there are those, as we were saying, a VT, vino de tierra, can become a vino de calidad, or become a DO, showing it's producing a style. This is the chaos.
When I mean chaotic, this is Italy.
Can we zoom in on the names? Hang on, let me move your glass. Just show them the right coast. Hang on. Oh, he's too big. That's what she said. It's too just an absolute carnage. All of these are like little DOs, DOCs and stuff. So if you start letting every place, it's a bit like France with the chateaus. If everything can become its own thing, then you start losing sense of what the hell's going on. You
lose the sense of what to protect a region
you lose the
should mean.
concept of the identity of a region. So, for example, Sierra de Gredos, they're very smart. Currently, Vino de Calidad, I think it was a Vino de la Tierra before. It will probably become a Denominación de Origen because they have spent many years with a style which has always been there but has been recuperated, which is Garnachas and Elbios, very similar to the Madrid mountains in the west style. If that becomes a DO, that's good because it's an understandable, correct brand. But if I go to an area where everyone's doing everything and I go, we want to be a DO, it's like, well, screw you.
Also, we already have denominaciones de origen that are not very specific, or even they don't have the personality to. For example, would you recognize an Arlanza wine? Would you recognize an Uclés wine?
Oh yeah, love it.
In a blind wine tasting.
Maybe not. Well, there's two things. One thing is how distinctive are those wines. For example, we have Cigales, which is near. It's like a Ribera de light. Yeah. Now, I would probably not be like, classic Cigales, but it's got a defined.
But
concept.
I tell you Cigales, and then you start recognizing all the Cigales.
Maybe Arlanza is similar. We just don't see them. My problem is more with things like Catalunya, which is the whole area of Catalonia in one DO. Do whatever you want. Chardonnay, go for it. Xarel-lo, fine. Like, I love Valencia, but I remember they have a very long list of grapes. Now, the next thing is you don't normally see those grapes. I remember, was it Extremadura? We went to the tasting in Lavinia, and we have never seen a list of grapes. So it's like, what the hell is an Extremadura wine? So it's one thing is, we have got DOs that are not very useful in that sense. So it's kind of a circular argument. I think we will see more Vinos de Pago But more vinos de pago, I think we'll see.
Yeah.
As people find they have a microclimate that fits the bill. And maybe more brands. I mean, we won't talk about Whisper now, but there's lots of ways of branding and like Corpinat, which are not about the region necessarily as much as the of maybe a style of wine, like protecting a concept. But yeah, so really interesting question. There's no one answer because we don't know. It's the future. I think we will find more variety, but not quite as insane as Italy.
And feel free to leave questions in the
please do.
down there in the comments box, and we will happily reply.
Now, what's our next tasting? I've got it here. Oh, by the way, my family in Germany have received their wines.
Oh, that's always good to know.
On Saturday night, I'm doing
On
a
these
tasting.
days, this is a terrible good news.
Yes. Yes. The next wine, ironically, the next wine is from Extremadura. Oopsie. From Ribera del Guadiana. So next, what day is this day? Wednesday. Next Monday, we will be trying a beautiful wine from one of our, probably our favourite, full stop, our favourite winery in this DO in Extremadura, called Pago de los Balancines, which is beautiful stuff. So yeah. What are your plans for the weekend? Got any plans?
Yeah. I will. When you mean weekend, you mean Sunday?
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday,
Well,
the end of the week, not the weekend. The end of the week.
No specific plan.
We work too hard.
Yes.
For you. We do all of this for you. Right.
Probably I will. I will open a nice bottle of wine, and I will put some dead animal on the grill.
Yeah, it's getting lovely and warm here in Madrid now.
It's gonna
barbecue
be
time.
Yeah, it's barbecue time.
Well, we hope
Thank you
you
very
enjoy
much
Quintaluna,
for being there.
and try and find them if you are. I think there's a possibility maybe you could get this in America in a good shop. Possibly.
Take care of yourselves, and
take care of each other.
And I see you next week.
Ciao.
Cheers.